One of the biggest things I think that as operators that we do is we have this feeling of invincibility. And when I got hurt, that was a tough one to swallow.
You're part of the team, and then all of a sudden, bam, this incident happens and you're getting medevaced out of there. All of a sudden, you're all alone.
To see the person that you care about most hook up to a bunch of machines, it was my worst fear that actually became a reality.
I think for a lot of us, there's a little bit of denial.
I was really angry and had no idea why.
Gained a lot of weight, buried myself in a room upstairs, drank a lot.
Really started to beat myself up and start to spiral down this very dark hole.
To the men and women of SOF, you not only chose to serve our great nation as members of the military, you also answered the call for the toughest and most demanding missions. We trained you, we outfitted you, and you sacrificed yourselves for us. Now, let us serve you. The U.S. SOCOM Care Coalition is SOCOM's Warrior Care program. We provide advocacy for all SOF wounded, ill, and injured and their families across 4 lines of operation: recovery, rehabilitation, reintegration, and transition.
When I found out that Ken had been injured, I remember we were sitting at my kitchen table. Call came from Kent's commander, and he said, Kent's been shot.
Recovering is also part of my duty. I had to find a way to fight through the negative side.
It's definitely a rude awakening to your family when they know that, you're not immortal.
A week later is when those results came back. They came back positive for cancer.
Since it's a brain injury, people don't see it. If you look fine, if you look okay, people assume you are okay all the time.
If you have been wounded, ill, or injured while serving with SOF, call the Care Coalition and get enrolled. The Care Coalition is here to help you navigate through recovery and beyond.
When you get here with the extent of his injuries, you only really hear 1 out of every 7 words. And so they're there to handle anything from, making sure that, all the wives have what they need, that the families get what they need, that the hotel is squared away, that your per diem is squared away, any paperwork. If you have a question and if they don't have the answer, excuse me, they will have it quickly. They just, anything that you could possibly think of, and even things that I never even thought of, they've anticipated it and handled it.
Physical therapy is set in place to build you back to the point you need to be.
The seizures and TBI is the worst thing I've ever dealt with in my life.
I got to the point where I had to go seek help for psychological issues.
Care Coalition that's an asset that you have.
My liaison said, you're gonna go on the strip. It was a pheasant hunt, but it was a lot of wounded soldiers. That's what opened up the shell of, hey, guys are gonna get our own guys through this.
If you need help, if your spouse needs help, if your children need help, call the Care Coalition. We recognize that the well-being of the family is essential to the readiness of the force. You never have to face these challenges alone.
Take advantage of the adaptive sports programs. You're going to be around other guys that have to figure out how to do it again.
Almost life or death mentally, you got to have that mission, something to push toward.
It'll take some work and some time and some doing, but hunkering down, if that's the plan, and giving up, that's definitely not going to help.
I thought about deploying, and part of it for me was just a little closure. I had to go back, not be defeated, I guess, by this injury.
When we talked about redeployment, it came down to whether my children were going to be okay with it.
If I would have been injured worse to the point where I could not have been able to get back to the boys, try to work to help on the backside.
The Care Coalition is staffed with experts on navigating all aspects of life post-injury. There is no situation they have not already encountered.
You have to find that portion of what you can still do, and you have to do that for yourself.
It doesn't matter if you lose body parts. If that's inside of you, it's part of your soul, then it shines through.
It's not the same, but it's definitely a new normal. And for us now, this is normal.
It's about finding what inspired you beforehand and reapplying it.
Try and help other guys, if they've been injured or going through tough times. Whatever I can do to inspire them inspires me.
Plenty of other things in your life that you're going to do that are going to define who you are.
You have been provided a gift, and it's this ability to get out there and motivate and inspire people, and you can get out there and make a difference.
There's so many good people out there that are trying to help. You just have to be willing to accept that help.
You have kept faith with our nation. and we will keep faith with you. The CARE Coalition is U.S. SOCOM's action arm to assist in your recovery, rehabilitation, reintegration, and transition. We are committed to you and your family, now and in the future.
You have the warrior spirit. We don't quit. So it doesn't matter what your injury is, you have to move forward.
And take every day, slowly, day by day.
Everyone has their times when they can't be 100% strong.
It's too short. Life is way too short. Get the help that you need.